Today we had here a very good, very nice exposition about Russian and Slavic art. Can you tell me, please, what do we, Europeans from the West, what can we learn about this art?
Dear Chris Roman, I am glad to meet you here in Dendermonde. Dear friends and comrades, it is a great honor to me to represent an exposition of modern Russian art that is based on archetypes of our tradition. So, first of all, we have to learn from our roots. We Russians and Slavs. But of course, these roots are common. These are Europeans. So we are studying our past, and you are studying the past, which is pan-European. This is a long history to tell you about how it started. Just you can see the collection of ancient so-called pagan gods, pantheon, and a very nice exhibition of medieval, ancient, old Russia heroes. So this is a world of our ancestors, which we are proud of.
Because when I see to all the names of these gods, of the names when I see the names of your heroes here, I see that they're very similar to our ancient gods and our culture.
Of course.
It is like we in the whole European continent, it is like we are somewhere we are one.
Of course.
And you know very well that when we go to a bookshop here in Flanders, for example, that we can find everything about Greek mythology, Roman, about the Celtic and the Germanic mythology, but we never can find something about Slavic mythology. And when I see, I heard your exposition, your
presentation,
yes. And then I see that here we miss something. We miss something. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree that Celtic antiquity, especially Greek and Roman antiquity, is studied very well in Europe. But Slavic, Scythian mythology is not very well known. Of course, there are researchers like Demusil about Scythians, or Anna Ferla about Slavic gods, but these are very few, very few. So my idea is to show you these treasures, and I would like to stress that we are common genetic roots. For example, the so-called Hyperborean family of gods, this is not Slavic. This is very well known that Zeus, which is Jupiter in Rome, had wives. The first wife was Gea, motherland, and the second was Latona. So Latona came from Hyperborea, and she gave him two children, Apollo and Artemis. So this is the family. And in Russia we have the same pantheon. So these are our common gods. And here we see it. And the same of Perun, for example. Perun, it is not the Slavic god. It is the Slavic name for Zeus, for Deus. So it should be known by every student. But nowadays, you can read about Greek and Roman gods. The same we can speak about like Minerva. Minerva was not only a Roman goddess. It was Athena in Greek, it was Rhetia in Venetia. This is our common pan-European goddess of wisdom and war. So I am glad to present here our common heritage.
And I see, I take the picture here, and the picture here that for me is very, very, very important here. It's what we call it here the
Fraternization.
fraternization, brotherhood. And this is a very, I feel here a very strong sign.
Yeah, the same of me.
Can you tell me more about this here?
Okay, I will glad to do. Okay, give me. So this is the this is a poster from the picture of a very famous Russian painter, Andrei Klimenko. He was born in Ukraine, in Lugansk, in the frontier. But he was very well educated in the Russian Academy of Arts, and he lived in the United States, and now he's back. Here we have a reproduction of all Scythian tradition, or two Scythians making a fraternization, brotherhood, ancient ritual. And maybe they are warriors, or maybe they are princes. They were fighting together, and now they want to be brothers forever, for eternity. So they took some cup of blood from one and another and put it into the wine, and then drink it. This way they have a magic cycle of fraternization. To me, it can be, for example, like one Russian and Ukrainian, or Russian, Belarusian. But if we speak about Euro-Russia, we can say that this is Europe and this is Russia, because we are one family. This is a brotherhood of our European civilization. So thank you for this question.
This is, yes, it's a very strong image.
It is very strong. I have the original at my home, and I'm always if I go sometimes to Kiev, maybe we can put it as a symbol of our pan-Slavic brotherhood, because blood is first, family is first, ethnos, the memory, genetic is first for us.
Thank you. So that means that we are living today. And these are also the results of modern Russian painters. But when we live today, we also have to think about the future.
Of course.
And when we think about the future, it looks like we are building something like a new man.
Okay. Of course. You know, when I'm speaking about the future, I like to quote my friend Guillaume Fay, whose theory is archaeofuturism. So we live in three dimensions. Past, present, and future. We are always in the past. Настоящее, the true life. But the настоящее, the present, always combine our memory and our future, like Epimetheus and Prometheus. So we should live and build our future based on our archetypes. So we are archae-futurists. And I especially would like to tell to our young friends, they should never just copy something from foreign countries. Like, for example, American culture is very strong, but they are thinking about planets, future, fantasies. Very seldom they are based on the past. And we Europeans, we have very old and sacred roots. So this is our way of being.
Then you know that you and me, we are defending the Euro-Russian idea. Is there still a place for what we can call Flemish patriotism, Russian patriotism? Is there still a place for that?
Okay, of course. You're Flanders, Flemish, and you are proud of your country, and I estimate you as a Flemish. I'm Russian, and I'm proud of my Russia, old Russia, great Russia. But if I just am nationalist, I will always have problem with the Ukrainians, with the Lithuanians. So we should think about brotherhood, about family of nations, and maybe of an empire. But empire in the sacred word. So as a common world.
Because this idea can make the people are scared. Because here in our Western propaganda, we see a lot of times messages. It looks like Russia wants to colonize Europe. And
no, not now, not now. No, there were in history 2 or 3 episodes when Russia came to Europe. But I remind you, The first was, there was a Gothish invention of Goths, Germanarich. He came to the to Volga. Then Attila come to Paris to the north, first one. Then like Napoleon wanted to conquer Russian Empire, and he burned Moscow. Moscow was in fire, damn, finished. Kutuzov came back, and Russian Cossacks came to Paris. Hitler, he wanted to conquer Russia. It was a big mistake. Haushofer told him, no, never make war with Russia. He didn't obey Haushofer. He came to Soviet Union, and the result was Russia came to Berlin. But remember that when Russia took victory over Napoleon, the Saint Alliance was created. Russia came back. Then, when Soviet army came to Berlin, it came back. So now Russia is not an empire; it is a mononational state. So now parts from ex-Russian Empire are included into the Europe. So this is a big problem for us. So we should create new space, new world, pan-European world that include Slavic and Russian part of space. It should be Euro-Russia, your project.
So, Dr. Pavel Tulaev, thank you for these words, and I say thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris Roman. Thank you, my dear comrades. I'm really happy to be here. Many thanks for everything. We love you. We love Europe. We are Europeans, and we go on for our project. Long live Euro-Russia.
Thank you.
Chris?
This is for you.
Мы Крису.